Greetings everyone, Tariq Johnson here. You know, these days food looks like it's getting much pricier and you're going to need to be a millionaire to actually afford a large supply of food. Well, I believe that this video may be the answer to this problem. No, I don't have any advice on how to get rich or get $1 million bucks, but I do have some tips on how to keep grocery costs down. These are my top 6 tips on grocery shopping on a budget. And I wanted to supply an extra tip at the end of this video. Now, just a reminder that some of these tips may or may not work depending on where you live. All food markets operate differently, you know. Now, enough of the talk, let's get to the tips. Number 6, eat less meat. Now, this one is a no-brainer. Red meat, seafood, poultry, no matter what kind, meat is always the most expensive product in the grocery store. So eating less of it can help you reduce the price of your grocery receipt. But this doesn't mean that you have to adopt an all-vegetarian diet. No, eating at least 1 to 3 meatless dinners each week can make a huge difference. Now focus on dishes that use hearty ingredients like grains, beans, or pasta. Pasta puttanesca, macaroni and cheese, veggie chili, veggie lasagna, shazuka, falafel. All of these are good meatless options for dinner. But there is much, much more. Number 5, the weekly flyer. The weekly flyer looks kind of like a newspaper, but it acts more like a savings map to the grocery store. They're always up front. The grocery store that you shop may even have an online copy of it on their website. Do your research, do your homework, and go to the website of the grocery store that you usually shop and see if they have an online copy of their flyer. If you like what's on sale, then put it right on your grocery list. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. You should always have a grocery list when grocery shopping. That way you can avoid all those unnecessary impulse buys. Number 4, focus on the unit pricing. Now the unit pricing is the price per ounce of a food product. Now many of these stores have already done the work for you. But if the grocery store that you go to doesn't have a unit price, you're going to need to bring a calculator and do the math yourself. Just remember that 16 ounces equals 1 pound. Number 3, bulk up. The bulk aisle at the grocery store is where shoppers can really save money. Well, for the most part. You see, not every bulk item is cheaper than its pre-packaged counterpart. So again, you're going to need to compare prices and do the math. But there is one more advantage to this aisle. You can also buy small quantities of a food item and save. For instance, if you just want a handful of raisins or dried cranberries, pumpkin seeds, or walnuts, you can just scoop the amount you want and place it in a plastic bag or a paper bag. You don't have to buy a full pre-packaged bag. It's as easy as that. Number 2, manager specials and clearance carts. First, look for manager special stickers on food products. Once a food product is closer to its expiration date, that store will drop its price by at least 25% or more than that. For example, I bought this head of cauliflower. It used to cost a fortune, over $8 for just this small head. But now that it's closer to its rotting or expiration date, the price has been reduced to $2.95, which sounds affordable to me. It's a pure bargain. Now, this tip is good for all around the grocery store except in the meat department. Why? That would be a risky buy. If you buy a meat product that has a manager special sticker on it and you bring it home and it spoils before you even use it, then your whole entire dinner is ruined. So if you see any meat that is having a manager special, just walk away. Walk away. Wait, just ignore it and move to the next product. Next, clearance carts. Now sometimes it's a cart or clearance shelves or a clearance aisle. Now just like manager specials, a clearance cart has products that are a little bit old, but they're not spoiled or bad. And the prices are at a discount price. Now these are usually pantry goods like baking ingredients, ethnic items, dried pasta, even leftover holiday candy like leftover Christmas candy or Halloween candy or Easter candy. All of these are found in the clearance cart. If you found what you want or need in the clearance cart, then go ahead and grab it. And number one, kick the can. The bean can, I mean. And yes, I know the can of beans is pretty much a cheap item by itself. $1 to $1.50 per can. But if you're on a budget, it's best to soak and cook dried beans instead. Now, restaurant chefs trust dried beans over can due to both their price and also their texture. Now, one bag of dried beans costs about the same price as one can of beans, but once you soak and cook them, you get over 3 times that amount. So, 1 can, 3 cans. Which is the better choice? Once in the morning, you could take a bag of beans, pour them right into a bowl, take out any possible pebbles or small rocks, damaged beans, and then take the remaining good beans and place them in a bowl of water with a pinch of baking soda. Let them soak for 8 hours. Once the 8 hours are up, place them in a strainer and drain them, and place them in a pot of simmering water so they can cook until they're tender. Once they're tender, drain them, let them cool, place them in a freezer bag, and freeze them until you're ready to use them. Now remember, 1 2/3 of a cup of cooked beans can equal 1 15-ounce can of beans. Since I've given you all my tips for grocery shopping and stretching the food dollar, I guess this is the end of the video. Gotcha! You didn't think I would forget my bonus tip, right? Now, no matter how we save on food, the number one problem that we often overlook is food waste. Who here likes to waste food? Anyone? Anyone? I thought not. Now, my bonus tip here is to have a clear the pantry week once a month or once every other month. Now, what's a clear the pantry week, you might ask? A clear the pantry week is when you really don't shop for an entire 7 days. You just force yourself to raid your kitchen, and by that I mean the fridge, freezer, pantry, cupboards, etc., and use up the food that you have left. Now, use the ingredients that are going to expire ASAP. And also, if you have sour milk in the refrigerator, don't throw it away. You can use it as a buttermilk substitute for baking. Add a tablespoon of distilled white vinegar to each cup of sour milk. This can be a good replacement for buttermilk when making biscuits or pancakes, waffles, muffins. Just whatever you do, do not drink it. I repeat, do not drink it. I certainly hope that these tips can help you bring some of this back into this. Now, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. This is Tariq signing off, saying be safe, shop wisely, cook smart, and you know what? I'll see you next time.